Welcome back to Craving to Quit. Yesterday, we introduced you to a loving kindness practice as a way to ease up on ourselves when we trip up. See if you can keep this practice up a little bit each day to build this mental muscle. You can do a minute of loving kindness for yourself before you start your body scan in the morning, or practice it as you drift off to sleep at night. Today, we're going to explore more deeply the costs and benefits of smoking. What do we get out of smoking, and what is it costing us? So take a moment to really consider what you get out of smoking. What keeps you doing it? Well, duh, you might think I have an addiction, but try to get more specific. There's got to be something that's fueling that habit loop. So some things that might resonate for you are relaxation or de-stressing, comfort, a chemical high, social bonding. Think of what might be fueling the fire for you. Now, can you imagine what the costs are of your habit? You probably know about these already, that's why you're in the program after all, but it's good to remind ourselves. What about these costs? A higher risk of cancer, stroke, and heart disease. Possibly an earlier and more painful death. An average of $1,500 a year. Yellow teeth and bad breath. Maybe even the nagging of your loved ones who are trying to get you to quit smoking. So take a good look at what you get out of it, and then take a good look at the costs. Now let's address each of these benefits that you might have identified. Now, de-stressing is really important, especially because quitting smoking can be such a stressful thing. Our mindfulness approach can be a real key to reducing stress. What does it feel like when you're stressed out or on autopilot, getting irritated at this or that? And what does it feel like when you become mindful of your thoughts and body sensations, even in that moment of being stressed? Or simply when you note mind states you are angry? Or when you've mindfully ridden out a craving? It feels pretty good, right? So remember, every time you practice a mindfulness exercise, not only are you weaning yourself off of cigarettes and helping that fire burn out, but you're also reducing your stress. What about comfort? Now, comfort has a lot to do with how we feel about our habits. Habits are comfortable because they're familiar. Change, even change for the better, it's scarier than what we know. But keep in your mind your goals that you entered on your first day. Just like the analogy of driving to California, fear of change can pull us off our course. But if you stop and you note the fear, remind yourself of your goals, you can get back on track and start moving in the right direction again, even if there's still some fear there. Just note it. Then there's the chemical high. Most of you think this is what you're addicted to, but it's amazing how quickly your body adapts to not smoking. In fact, after just a few days of being smoke-free, there is hardly a trace of nicotine in your body. And your brain's receptors get used to being smoke-free in just a few days as well. It's the habits that are keeping you in thrall. Then there's the social bonding. I know it's hard to let your friends down that you smoke with regularly at work or when you go out. But think about how smoking can help you feel closer to other friends and family who don't smoke and who have wanted you to quit smoking for so long. Now you can spend more time with them guilt-free. Tell them about your progress. Even share your progress on Facebook regularly. Not only does sharing this good news inspire them, but it also helps to keep you accountable too. The more people you tell you're quitting, the more people can be around you to root you on. My last suggestion is to keep being mindful when you smoke. Each and every time you do this, really pay attention and be curious. This will help you see what you're really getting out of smoking. Are you holding a hot coal again? When we really pay attention to what's going on as we smoke, we might notice that it doesn't taste as good or feel as good as we expected it to. And we can no longer fool ourselves. We drop the hot coal. So keep being mindful so you can begin to see more and more clearly what you're really getting out of smoking. Keep fostering a playful, curious attitude throughout the day. Even if you fall down, remember it, acknowledge it, and get out of the guilt. Get back to riding out those cravings. Might we suggest that you keep practicing loving kindness? How about seeing if you can do it for yourself 1 minute twice today, and then a third time as you go to sleep tonight? Give it a try.